this talk, we're going to take a look at website hosting solutions. There are a number available to businesses, and it depends on a number of different factors as to what is the best option. The options available for website hosting today are shared, reseller, cloud-based, virtual private servers, dedicated hosting, co-located hosting, and managed services. The level of service supplied with all of these changes, as does the cost and also the level of technical knowledge required to operate them. So let's start with probably the easiest option, shared hosting. This is a great place to start and is typically classed as the entry level. Your website is stored on the same server with multiple other websites. The server is shared by you and many other companies. You all make use of the same resources, but this does mean that if there's an issue with another website, they're using the resources on the server, then this has an implication on the speed of yours. This is why it's typically the cheapest option available for hosting a website. If your website is new and doesn't get a lot of traffic, this is a great option for starting out. Reseller hosting. This is aimed at small web design companies, and they effectively have a shared hosting account with some additional tools to help the agency manage multiple accounts for different businesses. They have the same issues as shared hosting, but for an agency it gives them control. If you're doing it yourself, then perhaps a shared hosting plan is better suited. Cloud hosting. Cloud hosting makes use of multiple servers to hold, store and process information. This means it's scalable and grows with your business as the website begins to get more traffic. You pay for the computing resources the website uses. So the more people that access, the more processing power and the higher the cost. A good example of cloud hosting is provided through Amazon Web Services, or AWS. A virtual private server, well, this is now getting more complicated in how the system works. A VPS is a single server instance that sits on a physical piece of hardware, but the VPS is a virtualized machine. Unlike shared hosting, a VPS is dedicated to the user or business that holds the account. You are sharing the resources of the machine with other users, but you're allocated a slice of this server, so your website runs without being impacted by others. It's the in-between stage between shared hosting and dedicated servers. If you need control of the server but don't want the expense of a dedicated server, then this is an ideal solution. The VPS is typically managed as a solution by a company, which means somebody else is responsible for the technical aspects. Dedicated servers. A dedicated server puts you in full control. You are paying for a server to yourself, and your website is the only one on the actual machine. This level of hosting requires a good level of technical knowledge, as you have full access to the machine and control the type of operating system along with all the security aspects of the server. Typically, they are used by websites that have a large volume of traffic, and the website owner needs control over the installation, the ongoing maintenance aspects of the machine. Co-located hosting. Well, this is where you rent space in a data center. You take your physical hardware, a dedicated server, and you place it within a server rack at the data center. You become responsible for that server, the backup of the data, and also the maintenance. You're just making use of the data center's physical connection and also their physical building security. Then we have self-service hosting. This is where you run the web server at your premises. You're effectively doing it all yourself. This may be an option that makes sense, but there's more to operating a server at your location than just plugging it in. You need to be thinking about backup, power outages, network connections, security of your local network as well. What happens if the internet goes down? Well, that means the website and your customers cannot get access, which can quickly become an issue. Managed hosting. This is provided through a hosting company. They're responsible for the hardware and the maintenance of the machines. In addition, they provide the technical support for when there is an issue. Most companies provide assistance across the main types of hosting to support the customer when there are problems. Remember, you're placing information onto their servers, so there is a level of monitoring they will carry out for you. If you're making use of shared reseller or VPS packages, the technical support desk quickly becomes your friend, as they'll help you solve problems when you encounter them. So which is the best solution for you? Well, it varies and is based on your budget, expected traffic, and also your resources. Shared hosting is probably the most effective option for low traffic websites. Managed hosting, ideal for the non-technical user who'd rather defer the more technical tasks back to the experts. VPS hosting, when you've outgrown shared hosting, this is the next stage. Cloud hosting, if you need a scalable solution that grows with you as your website grows, this is ideal. Dedicated hosting, well, that's if you want complete control over the process. Co-location, well, that's the most expensive option. It gives you maximum control over the hardware and the software. The problem is that the majority of hosting companies can provide all of these solutions to run your website. You can now go to Amazon and Google and Microsoft and purchase cloud-based servers and get dedicated instances which work very similar to a dedicated server. They give you control, they give you flexibility that you would get with owning your own box. Or you can take advantage of a scalable solution on cloud and have a simple web server running in the cloud quickly. We can advise you on what hosting is required and whether solutions such as Shopify may be better, where the hosting is built into the package you use. They look after the technical aspects for you while you focus on selling the products. If you're looking to have a website built, then again, we can help and also sort a suitable hosting solution that fits your needs. If you want to know more, then please contact us. Send us an email, pick up the phone, call us, or connect on LinkedIn. We are here to help you.